cannon. Oh, the number of stories I could tell. From our trips to the store to get snacks for meetings, or my first plane ride going to Washington, D.C. for Washington Leadership Conference, we have done so many things together. I will always cherish the memories we have made throughout this incredible journey. Those long and heartfelt talks coming home from basically every trip I've ever been on will stick with me for the rest of my life. Thank you for always feeding me good with those homemade biscuits. Also, thank you for helping me when I needed something, even though I was too stubborn and wouldn't admit it. You always were able to put up with my hard-headed self. I'll never forget all those great times that we've had together. Love you, crazy lady. Thank you for just putting up with me. I know I said it in the video, but I am pretty hard-headed, and I know it. Just thank you for everything you do. I really appreciate all of it.
Two claps for Ric Flair!
Woo! And to the Calhoun Falls FFA chapter, my retiring state officer jacket.
Thank you again for all that you have done throughout our FFA careers and all that you have done to impact our lives. You each hold a very special place in our hearts and a bond that will never be broken. From the bottom of our hearts, we would like to thank you. Officers, if you could please escort your advisors back to their seats. One of the highlights of our state convention each year is the recognition of the finalists in the State Star FFA competition. The three categories in this area are Star Farmer, Star in Agricultural Placement, and Star in Agribusiness. These awards are designed to recognize outstanding achievement in both career and leadership development through a supervised agricultural experience. A pin, plaque, and $1,200 are awarded to the state winners chapter to be used to attend the National FFA Convention, an approved event such as the Washington Leadership Conference, or a college scholarship. A pin and plaque will also be awarded to each regional winner. Tonight, we will recognize the region winners in each of the categories, as well as declare a state winner. I would now like to introduce Mr. Ronnie Summers and Mr. Neil Crisp, representatives of the South Carolina Advocates for Agriculture, the sponsor for this award, to announce the 2018 State Star Farmer.
Hope everybody's good tonight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mr. Summers could not make it tonight, so you're stuck with Mr. Crisp. I bring you greetings from the Advocates for Agriculture. We're a nonprofit attached to the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. Therefore, I bring greetings from Commissioner Hugh Weathers and all of those of us who are on the board. Our task is to raise and distribute funds, mostly to educational efforts regarding ag and agribusiness in the state of South Carolina. And it is a privilege for us to do this kind of work. I myself am a farmer. We have a poultry and cattle and timber operation in Lawrence County, and I'm pretty close to the Lawrence County chapters, both at Clinton High and at District 55 High School, and I count it a privilege to be able to interact with them on a fairly regular basis. The purpose for our doing what we do, as much as anything else, is to encourage you young folks. You can see that I'm pretty gray and or no hair fella, okay? And so that leaves a great deal of concern for folks our age. And as a farmer, as a production farmer, I'm struck by the fact that it's not always a very appealing thing to do. The wonderful thing is that in agribusiness there are huge opportunities for you young folks. Yesterday, we were talking a few minutes ago, someone referred to learning to say soil and not dirt. Well, I took soil samples yesterday, my last ones, but you know what? I had dirt under my fingernails when I was finished. Okay? So there's a call for using both words. At any rate, those of us who make our living specifically from the soil appreciate all the other elements that get what we produce from the soil to the consumer. All of the food and all of the fiber has to be taken from the soil to somewhere else. And I am hoping that virtually every single one of you will in some fashion connect and stay connected to ag and ag business for the rest of your life. You know, you're learning things right now that most of the kids in your high school have no idea about. I guess they think that chocolate milk comes from a brown cow. I guess they think that food just shows up at the back door of the whatever market or whatever store they might be at, but it doesn't. It's brought to them by people who make their livings bringing it to them. And so I hope that you will enjoy and relish the things that you're learning. The people who are honored here and others like them, the adults in particular, they don't do what they do to get paid for it. I got news for you. It's not much. It's the enjoyment of seeing you listen and learn. So learn well. Learn well. I'm here now to present the Star Farmers. Allison will read their names and will place them on stage.
Your Piedmont Region winner is Matthew Brownlee of the Lawrence FFA chapter. Your Mid-State Region winner is Kimberly Rauch of the Gilbert FFA chapter.
Is Matthew Brownlee of the Lawrence chapter.
And now we will watch a presentation on Matthew's Star Farmer SAE.
The 2018 South Carolina Star Farmer is Matthew Brownlee of the Lawrence FFA chapter. Matthew works as a farm assistant at Bull Hill Ranch and Cedar Stump Farms in Lawrence, South Carolina. At Bull Hill Ranch, special care is taken by supplying mineral and nutritional supplements during transition times to reduce stress-related weight loss. The feed ration contains beet pulp, corn, cottonseed, oats, soybean hulls, soybean meal, and wheat middlings. At Bull Hill Ranch, accurate records are kept on each animal in order to monitor growth and create EPD data for when the animal has reached maturity. Data is also used to estimate future offspring growth numbers and aid in decisions regarding future breeding stock. Matthew assists with all equipment maintenance and operation at Bull Hill Ranch. Equipment like this squeeze chute is used to ensure safe and efficient management of the herd. Matthew also calibrates all farm equipment in order to more efficiently operate this enterprise. At Cedar Stump Farm, Matthew ensures all plants are cared for by monitoring and applying water and nutrients as needed. Compost is used to improve the soil mixture by improving soil structure, water and nutrient retention, and maintaining a healthy soil pH. In addition to working with the Plant Systems Enterprise at Cedar Stump Farms, Matthew also assists with all forest management procedures to include harvesting, tree removal, nuisance vine removal, and controlled burns. Additionally, Matthew works with Cedar Stump Farms' custom milling service. Milling services are contracted to the public by the farm. Matthew also has an investment in growing and harvesting crops. He has a share in the acreage for the production of tomatoes, squash, cucumbers, green beans, and okra. Matthew has further diversified his operation by adding 150 chickens and 9 pigs as a livestock and poultry enterprise. Matthew has invested his earnings to purchase shares of various equipment used within the enterprise, including a tractor and a tiller. Matthew is an active member of the Lawrence FFA chapter. He has participated in numerous career development events and served as chapter FFA officer. Matthew is also active in the Lawrence County Young Farmers, Lawrence County 4-H, and the Cattlemen's Association. Melanie Birchmore and Kyle Penland are his advisors. Congratulations to the 2018 Star Farmer, Matthew Brownlee.
At this time, Allison, would you please read the names of the State Star in the Agribusiness category? Will their parents and advisors please join them on stage?
Your Piedmont Region winner is John Ammons of the Pendleton FFA chapter. Your Mid-State Region winner is Mackenzie Campbell of the Clover FFA chapter.
Brianna? Oh, Brianna.
Your PD Region winner is Brianna Harrison of the Latta FFA chapter.
I am honored to present to you the 2018 State FFA Star in Agribusiness Award to Mackenzie Campbell of the Clover FFA chapter. And now we will watch a presentation of Mackenzie's Star in Agribusiness SAE.
The 2018 South Carolina Star in Agribusiness is Mackenzie Campbell of the Clover FFA chapter. Mackenzie is the owner and operator of Kenzie's County Crafts, a business specializing in the production of handcrafted barn quilts. Mackenzie prepares all the boards using her table saw that was purchased with business profits and hand paints all of the designs on each barn quilt. Each barn quilt is representative of agricultural equipment and commodities. Mackenzie markets her barn quilts as she travels as a vendor to local tractor and farm shows. Because of the growing demand for barn quilts, Mackenzie keeps her shop and all of her tools and equipment well organized in order to maximize productivity. Mackenzie has begun to market her barn quilts through the internet, using sites like Etsy, Instagram, and Facebook to reach her customers. Mackenzie also uses technology to track her expenditures and profit margins in order to more efficiently operate her business. Mackenzie has a deep love for animals, volunteering with the Bethany Elementary Petting Zoo and participating on the 2018 state-winning poultry evaluation team. Mackenzie is an active 4-H member, participating in the South Carolina Meat Goat Project in 2015. Mackenzie is a member of Smyrna Baptist Church, where she teaches Sunday school. Mackenzie is an active member of the Clover FFA chapter. Her advisor is Miss Kelsey Bridges Anderson. Congratulations to the 2018 State Star in Agribusiness, Mackenzie Campbell.
We are proud to present the Star in Agricultural Placement Award. Madam Secretary, will you now read the names of the finalists?
Your Piedmont Region winner is Madison Carroll of the Pendleton FFA chapter. Your Mid-State Region winner is Savannah Poole of the Pillion FFA chapter.
FFA Foundation, I am honored to introduce the 2018 State FFA Star in Agricultural Placement. Our Star in Agricultural Placement this year is Savannah Poole of the Pillion FFA chapter. And now a presentation recognizing the Star in Agricultural Placement.
The State Star in Agricultural Placement is Savannah Poole from the Pillion FFA chapter. Savannah is a recent graduate from the Center for Advanced Agribusiness Research at Pillion High School. Savannah is currently placed at Across the Creek Farm and Pool Boy Farm, both located in Aiken County. Across the Creek Farm is a general farm that involves row crop production, custom farm work, livestock production, vegetable production, and forage production. One of Savannah's major responsibilities is to work with the farm's hay production. Her primary duties are selling and loading the hay for their many customers. A major enterprise at the farm is broiler production. The technology associated with this enterprise has increased in recent years. Constant monitoring is essential to a healthy flock. Part of Savannah's duties include the monitoring of all house alarm settings. Savannah also assists in cleaning of all the houses, spreading shavings in each of the broiler houses, and overall care of the flock. In 2015 and 2016, Savannah, in partnership with her father, grew 1 acre of crimson sweet watermelons in order to further diversify the operation. In 2015, a profit was made on their crop of crimson sweets. However, in 2016, after deer and coyote damage, Savannah decided to explore other avenues to increase production on the farm. Instead of watermelons, Savannah decided to plant 5 acres of deer corn. The deer corn is marketed to the many hunters in the area. This decision added more diversity to the farm while increasing the profits of the total operation. Across the Creek Farm is constantly modifying and updating equipment. The farm often will purchase and restore equipment for resale. Some of the equipment will be restored and used on the farm. Savannah assisted in restoring a hay wagon that will be used for the farm's hay production.